soul. I see your tired eyes and smile. A thousand stories left untold. Inside your mind a secret wonder. A treasure chest inside your soul. See your tired eyes and smile. A thousand stories left untold.
Alright, we're here with darlings of the Birmingham music scene, the new loves of my life, Sun Eyes. Do y'all feel comfortable identifying yourself for the camera?
What kind of Jake Wittig should we say we play?
Yeah.
Jake Wittig, I play bass.
I'm Maki Davidson, and I play flute, I sing, and I play keys.
Put that last name in there, I like it. I'm Walker Scott, I play guitar and I sing in Sun Eyes. Sing very loosely defines what I do, though.
Bitch. Sorry, it's too close. I'm Chandler Crane. I play guitar and do dumb pedal shit. And
I'm Jonathan Ruiz. I play drums, and I just learned what Jake's last name is.
Hey Jake, let's talk about your last name.
It's a really informative interview.
Yeah.
So,
For the next 40 minutes.
where did Sun Eyes come from? Like in the progenitor of the group, you know, when Sun Eyes was formed.
Well, Jake and I, okay, Chandler, go ahead. Jake and I are in a band called the Birmingham Peppermints, and that's how I got into music. But then, you know, a couple of years ago, I started having my own ideas. I started having my own song ideas. So I started the band Sun Eyes, but it was spelled differently. It was spelled with an O, and it was me and Maki. That didn't change, but it had our friend Darby, who some of you might know.
Shout
on
out
guitar.
to Darby.
Shout out to Darby, and also our friend Nick on bass. Shout out to Nick.
Shout out to Nick.
And it used to have our friend another Jonathan, not this Jonathan,
Shout out to the other Jonathan.
on drums, and and then at the end of this most recent summer, they all left for whatever reason. Nick and Darby went to college, so my pal Chandler, my pal Jonathan, and Jake, with whom we've had a long musical relationship, you know, we all got together and we started making the music we make now.
So, what would you say, besides the lineup, has changed the most about what Sun Eyes is since the beginning?
I think Chandler brings a more ethereal and dreamy, atmospheric vibe.
I'd say more noisy than dreamy, because it was already really dreamy before I joined, but thank you.
Well, the thing is, I think, because Chandler's bass line guitar sound is very clean, and then he adds a whole bunch of. Chandler's
Adds a bunch
bass line
of
guitar
what?
tone is very clean, and then he adds a whole bunch of pedals, which sort of
Mustard.
colors his sound.
Right.
And you know, it was around like the time when we shifted lineups that I sort of started really optimizing Maki's voice more. Maki's voice, Maki's flute capabilities, and we got a keyboard. They got it for our anniversary, so we started playing keyboard parts as well, more prominently than we used to.
So what do you think the trajectory is right now? What's happening next?
We're playing the last Vans Warped Tour this year. No, we're not.
Yeah, it's gonna be us and
2000 and Forever. That's actually the title of it. We're just gonna
yeah, and tell me more about the Vans Warped Tour.
This interview will probably be out after that, but the Earth is planning on being totally destroyed.
What was your original question?
What are y'all doing now?
Well, we're just sort of still trying to play shows. I feel like in the beginning we were getting shows at a lot of DIY spaces, which is amazing, and I love playing DIY spaces, but we're getting some attention also from some of the bigger venues like Saturn. And I love playing
Shout out to
Saturn. Saturn and
I
Brian
go there
Teasley.
like 3 times a week.
Obviously. Who in Birmingham doesn't love Saturn and Brian Teasley by association, you know?
Idiots.
Yeah! Sellouts! That's us.
There goes the
Let's cut that. So yeah, right now I feel like we're still very much on an upward trajectory, and at this point what I mainly want to use this year to do is sort of develop more of a local following, and I also have some artists that I would like to work with, not necessarily musically, but just like in the scene. I'd like to, like there's this one band, because I go to school in Auburn, that's a whole nother conversation, but there's a band from there called Dogwood Lung that I absolutely adore, and I really want to bring them to Birmingham and have them play some more shows with us, because that's their show they played at a house a couple of months ago was the only one I've ever cried at.
Alright, well, we're going to look out for that. We're going to wrap this up real quick. One last question. In a couple sentences, what keeps y'all going?
Each individually or like as a whole, like a unit?
Just shout all at once.
What keeps me going, like not like blowing my brains out every day? That deal? Okay.
True.
Just honestly, like I'm gonna sound like such a cock. Music, honestly, is the one thing that keeps me from, you know. No, I'm not gonna say that. But
Well,
you know what I mean.
I feel like people talk sometimes about like, oh, a reason to live, and I sometimes just, you know, it's just like, there are albums to finish though. Like,
It's a lot more
let me just
pain than
finish
it
the
should be.
albums and then
we'll think
we'll
about
take it from there.
Yeah, and it's funny because we all sort of have other projects that we work with. Like this is not my own project. It's not Jake's. It is Maki's. They're the outlier. But not being in 5 bands. But Chandler has another band called Lasting Impressions. Jonathan's in a band called American Pastime. American Pastime. My bad. But yeah, so we all have bands that we are in, and that drives us, and it's just sort of surrounding us with music. That was more than a couple of sentences. I know that's what you asked for, but just literally, it's the opportunity to do this, and the opportunity to put this stuff out there.
I'm very
be
happy
loud.
to help with that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So
Thank
welcome
you.
to Monotonia. Thank you guys so much for being here. And Sun Eyes.
And that's Rumi.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rumi.